Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Salam tanaistaling. Devon Adorat, you're listening to the 104.7. This is radio at its finest. Ladies and gents, boys and girls, moms and dads, kings and queens, everybody listening and rocking with us. Devon Adorat, how you guys doing? Happy Friday, TGIF, man. It's a beautiful morning that we have, and sun is out. It is warm. I'm telling you, if you are up and awake right now, man, you are one of those few people that are enjoying life. I'm telling you, I want you guys to go out and experience this morning weather, this morning energy, and on top of that, we'd like to say thank you for joining us early on this beautiful morning. If you are rocking with us, if you are having a great time, if you are been listening to the records that we've been playing, and if you guys have been waiting on Nshagar, we want to say thank you guys for joining us early on this morning. My name is Dawid, aka D. I'll be rocking with you guys all the way to 9 a.m. If you are rocking with us, go ahead and let us know. It is 0988418888. There's a thing. Sama Nascent Arba'and Sama Nascent is our text line. So go ahead and let me know if you are listening, if you're rocking with us. Hit me up. Make sure you write your name so that I can give you a proper shout out as well to everybody up and awake and ready to start their days as well. I'd like to say good morning. You know what I mean? Good morning. And I want you guys to actually take control of it as well. That's why we always say the way you start your day, it is a very, very important thing. You know what I mean? And that energy that you carry and the things you do, the things you say, the things you eat, the things you think about will definitely resonate throughout the whole day. So I want you guys to be all in the positive vibes and rock with us. If you have anything you want to let us know, go ahead, let us know. We always say that you define your own life. Don't let other people write your script. So be in charge of it. And I want you guys to really think about that, all right? Especially that if you're a grown man, if you're a grown woman, you define your own life. Don't let other people write your script. You know what I mean? Always try to understand who you are. You know what I mean? And this is actually a well-known quote by Oprah Winfrey. She actually once said, you define your own life. And, don't let other people write your script. And I couldn't agree more. And the more you find yourself, the more you find your voice, the more you understand who you are, the most amazing and powerful that you're going to be. And I want you guys to rock with us Friday morning. Yes, y'all already know what the energy is like. I am ready for a beautiful show. I know for sure that everybody in the studio is ready for a good show as well. Major shout out to everybody listening and rocking with us. Ladies and gents, salam tanaistaling. Devon Adorat. You're listening to the 104.7. This is Nshagar, and we talk about everything that's happening here. And of course, in case you're just joining us, my name is Dawid, aka D. I'm going to be rocking with you guys all the way to 9 a.m. If you are joining me early on this beautiful Friday morning, show me some love across 098841 8888. There was a thing. Sama Nascent is the way to go. So go ahead and let me know what's on your mind. Go ahead and interact with me as well. What's on your thought? If there's anything you want to get off your shoulder as well, I believe in the fact that whenever you talk about the things that are bothering you, sometimes you realize that they're not as big as they sound in your head. You know what I mean? Sometimes I dwell on things and then I make it so big in my head to a point that I feel like it's such a big problem. And the moment I start sharing some of, talking about it, getting it off my chest, I realize that, I've built it up in my head. So if there's anybody out there who want to talk to your boy, I'm your brother, your best friend, go ahead and make my hotline bling. Sama Nascent is the way to go. And 0988418888 is the way to go. Make sure hit us up and ask any kind of question. We do have Tuku Score segments as well lined up for you guys. Your requests we deliver as well. We've gotten a question as well, like on our social media, about what's going on in our country and concerning the things that our country has banned from imports. And that's one of the things as well, we wanted to bring up and talk about a little bit as well, and address some of the questions that we received. But yes, it is true, and I think there's been a whole lot of information. The list has been out, and a lot of people have seen and went over that as well. The Central Bank of Ethiopia, expects about $100 million per year from the ban imposed on selected import items. And in a written October 14, I think the Ministry of Finance ordered the National Bank of Ethiopia to stop approving letters of credit (LC) to all the importers, that are on that sector, about 38 selected imported items. As a result, commercial banks cannot provide foreign currency for importers who request LC for the selected 38 items. And that's one of the things that happens. So it includes like complete built up automobiles, motorcycles, 3-wheel cars, amongst the items that are banned. Others are processed food. To be honest with you guys, some of the things that have been banned, I'm like, okay, cool. Some of the things, even before as well, like I'm wondering, like, why are we even like wasting any kind of money on this product? Because it's not good for us. It's not healthy. It is super like has so many different chemicals to preserve the food and the juice in there. So it's like all this processed food, beverages, juice, artificial jewelry, flowers, makeup preparation. Oh man, that's what I mean. Like, it's gonna be a very interesting time to see whiskey, alcohol, postcards, chocolate. Oh man. But I think though most of the things that are also as well are being produced here, and I think that this is going to boost local production, and I'm all for that. Like I love, especially when it comes to garment and when it comes to like different kind of dishes as well, different kind of this goes on. There are locally produced materials, food, drinks, as well, that are quite great, and I think that we should be able to tap into that. But there's so many different things: bottled water, fruits, like carpets. List goes on. Watches, human artificial hair as also have been banned, ladies and gentlemen. And a friend of mine was telling me that artificial hair is up on a rent or something. Like, it's crazy. Yeah, should we do it? But yeah, so some of the things that are happening. But yes, we'll follow up on this and we'll give you guys more information. But the ministry stated that the prohibition are made to channel the available foreign currency to the most needed items like medicine and basic commodities. And the ban is also expected to improve the appetite for domestic products. And I couldn't agree more. But it is going to be transition, especially with all the things that is happening everywhere around the world as well. Like, to be honest with you guys, it's just the economy is just there's something that we really have to do thorough understanding of, and I think that we owe it to ourselves to understand what's happening. And maybe we'll also locate a full-on show and have an expert here and talk about what our country is going, what the whole world is going. We are experiencing inflation at its highest peak right now almost, and it's not only just here, everywhere. And we're seeing the spike of prices. It's crazy. And now we're also going through banning some of items from coming into the country, and all the items that I just mentioned. But we'll follow up, we'll give you guys more info. But that's one part of the things we want to talk on our Tukus course as well, amongst other things. Another thing is there's going to be a new social movement in our country as well. And Ethiopia have reportedly scheduled to hold a nationwide rally themed "I will stand for Ethiopia and raise my voice," and that's going to take place on Saturday. Yes, ladies and gents, it is said that the public demonstration is jointly organized by professional association, civic association, and different political parties of Ethiopia. And the main purpose of the rally is to show the international community about the true state of current affairs in Ethiopia, to express solidarity on the sovereignty and territorial integrity of the country. It's like the No More movement. I don't know if you guys remember that. That was the No More movement actually took over social media. It was all over Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. It's like a social movement, and these are the things that actually are now very impactful. Social movements are defined as like networks of information interaction between numbers of individuals, groups, organizations, organization engaged in political or cultural conflict on the basis of shared collective identity. And the phrase social movement refers to collective activities designed to bring about, to resist primary changes in an existing society. And we've seen so many different kind of social movements as well, like the Black Lives Matter, sort of Me Too movement, the No More movement. We have seen, women's right to drive inside there. These are the things that we have seen as a big social movement. You know what I mean? Girls' right to education, movements against apartheid. List goes on. There have been so many different social movements that have changed the way we live, and wherever they occur, social movements can dramatically shape the direction of society. When individuals and groups of people, like civil rights activists and other visionaries, for instance, transcend traditional bound, they may bring about major shift in the social policy and structure. And these are the things that we're seeing, so especially now that we all are connected in this social world, in this social media age. Like, this social movements and these hashtags are creating so much wave, and when they prove initially unsuccessful, social movements do affect public opinion. That's why most of us do actually engage in social movements. But so far there are two reasons why people seek social movements: relative, it could be deprivation or resource mobilization as well. And relative deprivation is when members of the society become dissatisfied or frustrated with their social and economic and political situation, and they yearn for change. And that's what basically is happening. And when last year, when we did the No More movement, and we saw all the things, all the fake news that was just all over major news outlet, you kind of have enough, and it's like, okay, no more. It refers to like negative perception that difference exists between wants and actualities. In other words, people may not actually be deprived when they believe they are, and the relative deprived groups are like disgruntled because they feel less entitled or privileged than a particular reference group. And we've seen so many different kind of movements. I remember when the Black Lives Matter went out as well. It was such it took over the whole world when that accident happened, and when the African American was kneeled down, and it took over, and every superstar, everybody around the world, resonated the whole Black Lives Matter. But speaking of the Black Lives Matter as well, I don't know if you guys have been following up on what's been happening on the news the past few days. And Kanye West, man, it's crazy. I don't even know if I should bring him up on the show. To be honest with you, I love Kanye. I do feel like there's sometimes that I don't quite understand his perspective, but recently that he's been, he went to like this fashion show, and then he had like a full-on White Lives Matter shirt, and he's been getting a whole lot of hate. And he's tried to explain on one of those channels. I think he went on Fox TV, if I'm not mistaken, and he tried to explain as well. Like, I just didn't even understand what he was saying at some point. Kanye West is known for his controversial movement. But while I was reading up on this as well, I came across this another woman called Candace Tucker. I don't know if you guys don't know her, as she's a very like a conservative side, but she did a full-on research on the Black Lives Matter. But either way, that is something for you guys to see and dive into if you guys are curious as to what's happening. But she exposed the whole Black Lives Matter, and she's been getting a lot of buzz about it as well. But this is something that we got to be cautious of as well. Like, one of the things that I want to say is, before we go ahead and become a part of any kind of social movement, let's understand what they stand for. And also, if there is something that we want to feel like we can fix, if we feel like we need to make our voice be heard, I think that starting the social movements and creating the change that we want to see. I feel like it's also more of our responsibility, especially the youth. You know what I mean? We got to be able to come up with a better way to fight most of the challenging things that we have in this world. So creating a social movement or being part of a social movement, it should be done cautiously. And also that when you are partaking in any of them, also understand what exactly it is that it stands for, because there's a whole lot of different things coming up now, and we're seeing the impacts of them as well, as they have progress for years and years. And we look back at it now, okay, was it really the right kind of social movement we should have been a part of? And these are the things that we should definitely be aware of. Yes, ታውቂያለሽ ይሆን? I love that record, man. Major shout out to Rolf Nunn. The album's Sadist as well. Concert is coming up as well. We had an amazing karaoke night last week at Bobby's Bistro, and we was actually trying, our vocal skills. And man, it was really nice. A major shout out to the man himself. Major shout out to everybody listening to Rock with us. If you are alive and if you're well and if you're free as well, man. One of the things, I had such a crazy week, guys. Maybe one day I'll dive into my week today. It's been quite the experiential week, but I've gotten to see and I've gotten to appreciate so many different things about life. Really, like, there's so many things in our life that we take for granted. There's so many things that we need to appreciate. First thing being our health. Really, guys, it's so important for us to actually appreciate that this gift of being able to wake up and breathe and to see, to actually experience the weather, the environment. Really, health, it is something that we take super for granted. And I think that we should do our utmost to make sure that we're going to remain as healthy as we can as we get older as well. You know what I mean? You've got to take time and take care of yourself, my people. I'm going to stress this every time that I get into the studio, because most of us, we have gotten so comfortable that we don't even think that this is like, we take all of this blessings for granted. So what I'm doing every morning, and I want you guys to do it as well, be able to really, in any way that you can, appreciate life. And it goes be, of course, appreciating being grateful for your health, being grateful for your freedom as well. There's so many different things, man, out there in the world, guys. Man, I've been to so many different places over the week that to make me realize that people have such a different kind of challenging kind of experience when they come to things they're going through. And I think that we should be able to appreciate the fact that we are have our health, we are free, we're able to think, and all this, God-given, opportunities, even the ability to see another day. Oh man, guys, there's so many things that we have to appreciate about life. I know you're probably wondering, like, oh man, you don't know my life. And in this, I know a lot of you guys are going like, I believe me, I understand where you're coming from. Most of us, everybody has their own kind of challenge. You know what I mean? Some people have health issues. Some people might be incarcerated. Some people might be having difficult times at their work, at their school, at their education, finding a job. List goes on. But all of that is something that you have to understand that all of us have different kind of challenges, different things that we go through, but there's some things that we have to appreciate while we still have them, so that we could have more of that blessing. So I really want you guys to take this moment to be, to be thankful for all the things that you have, and also figure out a way to pass on that energy, to pass on that goodness. Because if you do feel like that early in the morning, I promise you the rest of your day is going to be different as well. And I want you guys to actually, think about it as well. Sometimes having that self-reflection time and actually going to different places, most of us, we actually do the exact same thing day in and day out, so we don't even step out of our area, our environment, to see what's going on, to understand things differently. So I want you guys to actually be able to actually go out and see your environment, understand what people are going through, and any way you can help, you can, and at the same time it makes you appreciate the fact that all these blessings that you have as well. So to everybody listening to Rock with Us, happy Friday. I wish you guys an amazing time. It's a beautiful, beautiful day we have it here in the capital, and I'm also sipping on my morning coffee as well. And I want you guys to rock with us all the way to 9 a.m. to get all of the information that we have for you guys as well. In the next hour, we're going to be talking about things that are happening in Shegar. So if you are an event organizer, if you have a business, if you have anything that you want, people of Shegar and the rest of the world to know about, go ahead and let us know. All right, we want to be able to support, we want to be able to put your event and your business, your products out to the people in any way that we can support each other. We want to be able to do so go ahead and let us know. You can find us on all social media platform, INSHEGER. That is the way to go. And Shegar. And major shout out to everybody that's been showing us love. We are so grateful. Oh my God. And your attention is the most precious thing you could possibly give us, and you have done so, and we're very, very, very grateful for that. And we want you guys to pay attention to your attention. You know how we end the show? Good, better, best. I don't want you guys to never let it rest till you're good is better, and you better is best, my people. Always strive to be into the best version of yourself, you know. When I say that as well, it means to do everything that you like 1% better. Like, I'm not asking you to wake up today and completely transform your life, become a different person. That is damn near impossible. And I don't want you guys to even think about that. But generally, just even doing one single percent better than the person you were yesterday in terms of your health, your mental state, your physical, it just goes on. In any way, expanding your knowledge, your horizon in any kind of way you can, it will go a very, very long way. I love you guys. I had an incredible hour with you guys, and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channels, to all our social media platforms and so forth. With that being said, we're going to end the show.